as far as bossing up and going ahead and having your life seem like you're moved on. So if there's changes that really need to be made, take acknowledgement and take accountability. Just as much as she has to, you have to do the same thing. Whether it's going to be moved on to a new female or if it's going to be just specifically moving on, sometimes it's moving out to another place, could be your own place, or moving on to another place that you need to be at. It could be a city, so moving away, or it could be simply that huge change back to bossing up. If it's a promotion, getting that job that you thought you would never get, or a self-improvement to the extent of physically she could see it, and of course mentally will always matter, spiritually will always matter. Those things are also going to be added value as well, and it really depends on who you're dealing with. If you have a female that cares way more about a specific thing, and also let's look at it like this: if y'all were together and you heard her nag about something, or on the positive note, she just told you what she likes, what she's really interested in, what she's more turned on by, these are the things that you have to know for yourself you should be working on. Let me give you guys a huge pause. Remember, you're always going to be doing this for yourself. It's never about that you need to prove a point. And also with the regret and how she might feel once you're gone out of her life, or oh, she missed her opportunity with you, is also knowing and feeling like there's a sense of I might not get him back. So she does need to feel that loss, right? Since women are emotional by nature, feelings really kick in when she has that acknowledgement that, hey, things have changed. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. I would love to know what you guys want to see, and if you want a part 2, and don't forget to explain your stories, what's been going on with you, especially if you have self-improvements. I know it helps so many other fellas, and I love reading it myself. So right back to how you have yourself really put together, you have things figured out for yourself. Don't be the type of person that needs to go ahead and make sure that she gets the idea. So sometimes it could be way too forced. If she can't bring that value to your life, how are you doing that for yourself, especially when you are already supposed to be having that going on? So don't try to just post things or show up or pretend like this is what's going on. Use actual tactics that are gonna eventually have you get to that point. Force yourself to do things that are maybe out of your comfort zone, or force yourself to actually change in these areas, but it's gonna be the practice, the effort that you put in to actually have it. Let me give you a simple example. If you go ahead and attempt to move on from her, you go ahead and try to date around, then you might actually see things happen differently. Mindset Mastery is a book that I just dropped to unleash that growth mindset, to help you find your purpose, the career that would be best for you, and also in all aspects, how to go from an introvert to extrovert if that's what you want to do, how to communicate, best communication styles out there, and basically how to deal with people even when it comes down to your relationship. So in this book, I dropped so many gems. Whether you're struggling, you want to know more, or you just want to have a good read, this book will be perfect for you. And check out others that I have available, like bundle deals to get her to miss you and other things. Click that link down below. If you decide to stay to yourself, cry all day, yes, depression happens to all of us, but decide to just keep allowing depression to take over, it's just going to allow you to want to be attached to her, to stay attached to her, to go back to her. And the worst part about all of that is that she's not going to even want you for real. Let's put it in this way as well. She might be acting like she's about you, or she does want you, but it's really for her own gain. What can she really benefit from the situation? If there's plenty of things such as, oh, well, she doesn't want to feel loneliness, if she needs a void filled, then that's enough for her. It's not always about you providing. It's not always about that security you do bring in, but sometimes it's just having your presence, or knowing that there is, and you never want to be that guy, but there is that one guy that will always be there, especially if she friend zone you. And y'all, if you want friend zone topics or other specific topics, like things that you don't even hear me talk about, you can always ask for those. I would love to talk about. Something that might be common for a lot of y'all is long distance relationship. I've been hearing about those a lot and reading about it. So y'all, if you want to know more about that as well and other specific things, let me know. A quick question for y'all: what do you feel like is gonna work for you? What has also been working? Like, has it been you actually pouring more into yourself? And the thing about all of this, it comes down to just facts. It just comes down to the reality of things. Same way women will have to see the truth, especially if they have regret. Once they feel like they lost you, those things will kick in. Sometimes it's going to be way later than sooner, when it should be sooner than later, especially when she met a great guy like you. Now, let's bring it back to you though. What are you doing that's causing this not to happen? So it could be things as you've been stalling for so long. Remember, if you get caught up, you allow yourself to be emotionally invested, and you're also emotionally there for her. Now you're becoming emotionally unstable. You have to have that in check. Of course, you fellas have feelings. Of course, you guys are going to have emotions, but what are you letting become too overpowering, and what are you allowing to end up having you become overwhelmed, right? Yes, you have needs as well, and also yes, you might become needy, but where are you finding your balance, right? If a woman becomes too obsessed with you and her emotions are really caught up and they're getting all over the place, and she also has crazy tendencies, or let's even say she has a roller coaster effect happening, especially because you know how to deal with it, or especially because you get caught up and you have work to go back to and your time seems like it's very limited, then then it does not matter, because she has to work on herself to figure out how can she make this relationship or whatever you guys have going on, situationship, entanglement, maintain to the longest extent. Now, one thing I want y'all to really take in is that you have a choice just as much as she does. The same way if she wants to come back, she will. The same way if she wants to reach out because she realized that you're not there anymore and she wants that access, then she will. The same way y'all could do the exact same thing, same way that you might be falling for her, getting your feelings caught up, and now you can't help yourself. You have to say no, because you cannot operate off of your feelings. And one thing that I really want y'all to understand as well, same way you might care about something specifically, think about the thing that matters the most to you, whether it's really materialistic or if it's really your job or being somewhere or a goal that you want to reach or your family member or even your dog or a cat. You got a cat. But if it's one of those things, it's something that could be completely unexpected or something that you're obsessed with or addicted to. Those are the things that you want to really put your effort, your acknowledgement towards, that has to consume you instead of it being her. As in, you got to treat that exact treatment the same. Let's look at it this way. If it's something that could hurt you in the process or backfire, but yet you care about, what will you have to do with that? You would have to find ways around it to make it work. It's the same exact thing when it comes to women. What's the difference is that y'all are putting exceptions. If you're going to be ignoring, or if there's other stuff that you have going on, it could be about anything, self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link after this video. Y'all are putting exceptions to you wanting her so much that even if she has these many flaws, or if she slips up, or she does something that you said to yourself, remember the promises that you kept for yourself. Remember, having boundaries and expectations will always matter, right? So for those things right there, for you to go ahead and say, it's okay, I'll let it slide, it's cool, it could happen this time, that's exactly why you don't have her regretting losing you, not thinking about you, not caring about you, not wanting you back, none of the above, and plus more, many of the things that I speak about. If you're constantly going through the same thing with her and having the same cycle built up, and yet there's things that you could make changes to in your personal life, so many different options, so many different things out here that you could really put effort towards, care about more, or get yourself caught up in. If you're now deciding to do that, you are more guaranteed to have that change actually come through. So let yourself have something become more overpowering. It might not be the best thing that you need, but honestly, if she's hurting you or making you feel away, that's not the best thing that you need already. So the things that you really want to focus on is what's more important, and also how you can kind of get away from her. I know sometimes the emotions and feelings and being used to somebody and attachment styles, like all of these things can get the best of you. But also, same way again, she has to work on these things, or same way she could have people there. It could be mostly fellas. Sometimes it's her girl or her cousin or whoever she's closest to. Same way she has those things to take her away from you, or let's even say it like this, become a big distraction. Sometimes it's even work, being caught up in work, being more focused on that. It's really always gonna be the exact same way with you. So let it be. If it's something that is not the best, or if it's a great thing to have, put more effort and time into that, so the regret really kicks in that she'll never get the treatment that she did before, especially when you were treating her really good and she didn't want to give acknowledgement to it. Remember also, as she dates around or meets different guys, she's gonna have different experiences that really, and depending on what you do, of course, really will bring more attention back to you. As comparison will happen, is going to be analyzing and really seeing who was a better pick, who was the prize in the situation, and who really she should have chosen. Now, what will make this all not matter or really go down the drain is if she sees that, okay, well, if I want him and you're actually there available, then it's not that valuable. Right? You could have the most value. You could be successful in so many different aspects. But once it becomes, well, even if she doesn't change her attitude or fixes herself up, then there's still the possibility that she can have you. Then there's a higher possibility, again, some of y'all really be putting them on a pedestal or care way too much about one woman, two women, too many. And so now you have her feeling like you're just like every guy, or she'll just not care about you. You just have a way better chance when you realize your worth and you act on it. Say no when you gotta say no. Say yes if it's really meant to and you see that they deserve it. And don't just hand things out. She gotta earn it. So remember all of these things. Use it to your advantage. So many different ways you can have your leverage and simply just self-improve for yourself and mentally be feeling better. And then, of course, physically and spiritually, all of those other good things. Make sure you drop your opinions down below, your comments, what you want to see next. I said, if you want a part 2, that's always going to be available. Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget about all those links, more help, more everything, by clicking the links down below for my bundle deals and other things that I have to offer to y'all. That's it for this video. Bye, y'all.
I am in control. I control my thoughts and I think positively.
available in the link down below. Walking away is so powerful that you find yourself in the process. But it could also be, oh, she sees that you're going on dates. She sees that you're moved on. No matter how many times you also walk away, and if you keep coming back, it won't have the same value until you walk away and say, I'm going to do it forever. That could come with other jealous feelings of, oh, well, now he has more access to women. Now, walking away also means, what are you walking away from? Are you walking away from being disrespected? You feel that, dang, this person making me feel all types of pain, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but I feel it.